What happened to the prettiest, most popular girl after high school? I don't know. I don't care. Duck high school. She eventually married Robin Williams. Hi Sue. Love you and hope you're doing well. In a shocking turn of events, our popular girl was actually quite nice. I think she runs a bakery now. She was voted best looking and married the guy who was voted best looking. That was 34 years ago. Still married. Still good looking. And all around good people. She and her boyfriend are being charged with the murder of an elderly man. There's currently a warrant out for her arrest. But it's been months and they haven't found her. One of the most popular girls at my school got pregnant during our senior year by the guy she'd been dating since the 7th grade. Against all odds, she is on her way to becoming a teacher with a 3-year-old daughter and is still with her middle school sweetheart. She's still trying to get over her ex-boyfriend that was 5 years older than her. She's broke, obtained her associates, and now trying to get into a university's nursing program. Luckily, she has an ugly wealthy boyfriend that can support her while she pursues her education. Source: I'm the ugly wealthy boyfriend. Became a professional model and married an Italian businessman. Living with the most popular guy and they have 2 kids. Nice people. Bit stupid but nice. She met a nice guy and had a kid. They got engaged and then he was shot over a false connection. Tragic really. Our popular girl was co-head cheerleader, homecoming queen, and an honor student, in the top 25 out of a graduating class of about 400. She is now a physician. She's still super hot. I saw her at the grocery store last week and she's like 8 months pregnant. Hottest pregnant chick I've ever seen. Lucky guy whoever he is. I wouldn't have pulled out either. This is going to sound like the most anticlimactic humbler brag ever. But the most popular girl in my high school was me. I was the cheer captain, homecoming and prom queen. Voted friendliest, best dressed and most likely to become a supermodel in the school. I graduated, went to college for a year and dropped out due to mental health issues, depression and anxiety. I now work in sales and marketing at a cable company. I live with my boyfriend and that's about it. I'm pretty happy, I guess. I quit wearing makeup or doing my hair fancy every day and deleted all social media. We had sort of a group of popular girls, and they were all pretty nice. Smart people. One works for Snapchat. Another works for an international NGO and is pretty much constantly traveling to developing countries. One's a music teacher. And another one is going to medical school. For a while I had that whole like everyone in my school is so dumb and shallow and I'm real and cool attitude that I think some people tend to get when they are insecure and already really different. And need to cope with it in one way or another. But at my 5-year reunion I went to on a whim. I realized that so many people I wrote off in high school because they were popular and I wasn't were really interesting. Nice people. Her name is Robert now. That is all. I graduated about 2 weeks ago. The prom queen announced on Snapchat that she is pregnant. She's working at American National. She was a total itch in school but she's been really nice every time I've seen her since. She came out as a lesbian, married her partner and they had a baby last year, I assume artificial insemination. She was always not only beautiful and athletic, but super sweet and friendly, even to a big nerd like me. Deserves all good things that come her way. I saw her at a steak and shake a couple years ago. Took me a few minutes to figure out who she was because she looked so familiar. She had gotten super fat, almost beyond recognition, and was yelling at a bunch of kids who turned out to be her own. It was satisfying. She was, and apparently still is, a huge itch. Last I saw, she was panhandling on the street. She was popular in HS. Made the front page of the town paper for graduation. Super smart in university. During college, she developed schizophrenia. She was in and out of the psych ward a lot. Heard from my mom, who knew her mom. She was an absolute terror all of a sudden. Wasn't responding to medication well. And was turning to drugs. She went to a party and was slipped a roofie and was raped. She knew who raped her and reported him. She got pregnant from the abuse and chose to keep the child. A little while later, while still pregnant, she was walking home from school. This was early on in the pregnancy, about 2-3 months in, and a group of 4-5 girls, who were considered her friends, jumped her and started kicking her in the stomach, trying to get her to miscarriage. She ended up dropping out of high school, had her kid, and became a stripper. I went to the same school with her since we were 5. She was such a nice, smart girl whose life just took a turn. Went to a top-end college. Graduated. Got a job and got married. She's a good person. We got together 4 years ago after not seeing each other 4 years and are currently on our honeymoon. You mean where did I hide the body or? Question mark. I'm confused. I think most of this was covered in the papers. She was a ballerina who posted selfies to FB all the time. They stopped suddenly about a month ago. Now I'm seeing a bunch of RIP posts to her wall. I'm guessing not great. Well, I don't know if she finally graduated high school this year or not, but I don't know the details. Basically, she's one of those promo girls for a nightclub. Has had multiple nudes leaked. And has supposedly had sex with her sugar daddy, who is also her ex-stepfather, for a boob job and some lip injections. She's a life coach. She has about 3-4,000 Facebook friends. Her Facebook photos are 90% close-up selfies of herself and the same 3 friends smooshing their painted faces against each other. She is incredibly over-enthusiastic about the most average of things. Overall, she's not evil or anything. But she is very full of herself and very shallow. Did some modeling. Got fake boobs. Worked on a mine site for several years driving heavy machinery and pulling in the big bucks. Got featured on a reality TV show about FIFO, fly in fly out, miners. A few news articles picked up her story with her modeling past. Eventually got a small feature on the Playboy website. Most recently was on another reality show. This time a dating show where she was quite successful. She married an Argentinian and moved to Argentina. Knocked her up. 2 kids. 27 years blissful marriage this Jan. She's a waitress at a nice restaurant lounge. Her life goal is to marry a rich guy. My school didn't really have one of those, even though there were about 1,000 people in my high school, as it was too hippied out. There was one group who dressed and looked like the popular kids, but nobody really liked them and they weren't ever really invited to any parties. She received a full ride to an Ivy League school. Got pregnant the summer between high school and college. Had the kid. Baby's father, a college SR, left her high and dry. She became a huge druggie. Her subsequent kids got taken away from her. She's been in rehab a few times. And she's now super fat. Sadly, she's done nothing with her life and she posts about her idiocy drama on Facebook constantly. You're a 34-year-old woman, Megan. Get your it together. I attended my HS 30-year reunion. Mainly to show off my beautiful wife. In HS I was the absolute loser with girls. In particular, there was this one gorgeous cheerleader whose legs would make a guy salivate. She openly ridiculed me. Once, I think due to the color of my socks. We had way too many classes together. Anyway, at this 30-year reunion, this former cheerleader sits down next to me and starts talking to me like I am a long lost friend. I play along, but damn. Time has not been kind to this woman. If I were single, I would not be interested at all. Moral of the story. Some people peak in high school. You do not want to be one of those people. The girl in our school that everyone wanted to go out was also probably one of the smartest people in the school. She consistently won top prizes at science and history fairs and was the president of the student body by a landslide. After high school, not surprisingly, she ended up having, from what I can gather from Facebook, mutual friends, etc. A really fantastic life. She attended a top-tier university on a full scholarship and absolutely loved it there. She graduated with honors and got into her top choice graduate school. There she, at least according to Facebook, met the man of her dreams who happened to be pursuing a graduate degree in the same field as her. Not surprisingly, he is a handsome mother ducker. They got married last summer and are expecting their first baby within the next week or so. Her life has been like a fairy tale. Things could not have played out any better for her. She graduated this May and will be going on to conduct research as she pursues a PhD in sociology. Life really is fair, guys. About to graduate med school. Still drop dead gorgeous. And recently engaged a fellow student. Also contacts me semi-regularly to say hi and see what I'm up to and congratulate me on anything important in my life. Itch. This girl went to my rival high school and knew her through a lot of my friends, but not her personally very well. She got expelled in her senior year, turned into a bit of a slut, and then became the nation's most wanted jewel thief. She married a rich guy. Rich guy is the most genuine, down-to-earth person I know. She was the classic full of herself student in school just passing by with less than average grades. Apparently, she has bald patches now because she started pulling strands of her hair out. She's had a good life. The kind of life she wanted. A happy marriage. A job she loves. Active in her church. And her kids grew up to be getting a good start in their own lives. She was not only popular and beautiful, but very friendly and kind. She still looks great too. She was quite nice and dated the handsome football star. After high school she got implants and became the trophy girlfriend for the football star who now plays in the NFL. He was also a pretty nice guy, so I'm glad he's been successful because he was too dumb for anything else. I was the prom queen my senior year and had tons of friends. Lost my scholarship. Dropped out after a year of aimless community college with zero debt and zero skills. Did nothing for 3 years. Made new friends. And got a job cashiering at Walmart. It's not that bad. We get an hour for lunch. I saw her in the metro in Montreal with an older lady who was trying to explain the employee's manual of a major bank to her. No, you don't have to read the whole thing. Just if you have questions you look the answers up. With the index. At the front of the book. No. I don't know what your questions are. No. I don't know what the answers to the questions you don't even have yet are. It's a book. If you can't operate a book I'm not sure I can help you. It still looked fabulous though. I'm not cool or popular enough to have kept up with the most popular girl. Well, I went to Catholic school, don't worry. I'm safely lapsed now, and the prettiest girl in our school went to college. Got her degree. Worked about 6 months. Then got married to some older, accountant looking dude and he's currently up to 4 kids and counting. Her entire Facebook feed is pictures of her kids doing various Catholic school type stuff like First Communion, Christmas plays, and anti-abortion letter writing campaigns. Sometimes she's in the pictures too. She looks a little bit haggard on occasion but she does appear to love her little squad of offspring very much.